Hello, good organ. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Gregory Valencia with the student ID number 028. On this occasion, as the representative of Sweden, I will explain the profile of the Sweden state in detail. Sweden is a developing country. Sweden is a country where the majority of the people are Christianity. The official name of Sweden is Kingdom of Sweden or Konungariket Sverige or Swedish. Sweden is about 450 292 square miles. Sweden is a country in Northern Europe on the Scandinavian peninsula. States that surround Sweden are Norway to the west and north, Finland to the east, and is connected to Denmark in the southwest by a bridge tunnel across the Øresund Strait. Most of Sweden has a temperate climate, despite its northern latitude, with largely four distinct seasons and mild temperature throughout the years. The winter in the far south is usually weak and is manifested only through some shorter period with snow and sub-zero temperature. Autumn may well turn into spring there. Without a distinct period of winter, the country can be divided into three types of climate. The southernmost part has an oceanic climate, the central part has a humid continental climate, and the northernmost part has a subarctic climate. The population of Sweden is 10.23 million. Sweden has five ethnics. There are Sami, Tornedialers, Sweden, Finns, Jewish, and Roma. Swedish is the official language of Sweden and is spoken by the vast majority of the 10 million inhabitants of the country. It is a North Germanic language and quite similar to its sister Scandinavian language Danish and Norwegian. Other language that people in Sweden usually use are Finnish, Meänkieli, Sami language, Yiddish, Romanian, and English. The capital in Sweden is Stockholm and have 60 major cities like Gothenburg, Helsingborg, Lund, Kristianstad, and etc. Sweden performed very well in many measures of well-being relative to the most other countries in the Better Life Index. Sweden ranks above the average in all dimensions: environmental quality, civic engagement, education and skills, work-life balance, health status, subjective well-being, income and wealth, jobs and earning, housing, personal safety, and social connection. Money, while it cannot buy happiness, is an important means to achieving higher living standard. In terms of employment, 77% of people aged 15 to 64 in Sweden have a paid job. In terms of life expectancy, at birth in Sweden is 82 years, 2 years higher than the AOCD average of 80 years. In general, Swedes are more satisfied with their life than OECD average. When asked to rate their general satisfaction with life on scale from 0 to 10, Sweden gave it 7.3 grade on average, higher than OECD average of 6.5. In 1389, the crown of Denmark, Norway, and Sweden were united under the rule of the Danish queen, Margarita. In 1397, the Kalmar Union was formed with the three Scandinavian countries under a single monarch, and Sweden was founded on 1397. The government type of Sweden is parliamentary constitutional monarchy. The prime minister is the head of government in Sweden. People who have been the head of state are Ingvar Carlsson, Fredrik Reinfeldt, and the head of state this year is Stefan Löfven. Sweden have 20,500 active personnel in the military, and also the foreign policy of Sweden is based on the premise that national security is best served by staying free of aliens in peacetime in order to remain a neutral country in the event of war. In 202, Sweden revised its security doctrine. The security doctrine still states that Sweden pursue a policy of non-participation in military alliance. The government also seeks to maintain Sweden's high standard of living. These two objectives require heavy expenditure for social welfare, defense spending at rates considered low by Western European standards, and close attention to foreign trade opportunities and world economic cooperation. And it all means that Sweden didn't have allies or enemies. Sweden total GDP is 556 billion USD. Sweden natural research include copper, gold, hydropower, iron ore, lead, silver, timber, uranium, and zinc. Sweden country currency is Swedish kroner. The export goods are machinery, motor vehicles, paper product, pulp and woods, iron steel products, chemical, military armament. The import goods are machinery, vehicle, minerals, fuel, oil, plastic, pharmaceutical, fish, iron, steel, optical, technical, and medical apparatus. Sweden's biggest trading partner for export is Germany, Norway, Finland, Denmark, and US. And for import is Germany, Netherlands, Norway, Denmark, and UK. History of Sweden. Sweden became known to the rest of the world through the Vikings. In the centuries to come, Sweden would become a Christian kingdom. In 1397, Sweden united with Denmark, Norway, and Finland in the Kalmar Union led by Queen Margaret of Denmark. Eventually, Sweden left the Union. In the 16th century, there was an attempt to restore the Kalmar Union. Gustav Vasa led the fight to stay independent. He established the foundation for today's modern Sweden and also broke from the Catholic Church with the Reformation. In the 17th century, the Kingdom of Sweden reached the peak of its power. It controlled areas of Denmark, Russia, Finland, and northern Germany. In 1809, after the Napoleonic Wars, Sweden lost Finland to Russia. Later, however, Sweden gained Norway. Norway would stay part of Sweden until 1905, and the Union was dissolved and Norway became an independent country. Sweden joined the European Union in 1995 but did not join the monetary union and therefore still use the Swedish krona as money rather than the euro. And also Sweden has a role Security Council Children and Armed Conflict Working Group. Since joining the United Nations Security Council as non-permanent member in January 2016, Sweden has chaired the Council Working Group on Children and Armed Conflict. Established in 2005 by Security Council Resolution 1612, the aim of the working group is to review reports on violation and abuse suffered by children affected by armed conflict, review progress in development and implementation of action plans to protect children signed by those involved in conflicts, and to make recommendations on possible measures in response to abuse against children in times of conflict. I think that information about my country profile is enough. My name Gregory Valencia as representative of Sweden. Thank you for attention and goodbye.